Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kevin Plays Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012 Challenges. If you were trying to figure out how to beat the last Arch Enemy challenge and you just couldn't figure it out, well, seek no longer, because today I'm going to show you how to do it. That is the challenge, seek no longer. It's a 3-on-1 hard challenge. I'm actually going to show you two different ways to do it. There's one way that makes sense, and then there's another way that doesn't really make sense. Like why the opponent doesn't block, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I show you. But yeah, there's two different ways to do it, slightly different. Okay, so it's our last turn. It's the hero's final chance to defeat Tezzeret. I'll go ahead and play a land just because. The relevant cards, okay, let's see. He has Shroud, which isn't as relevant. He doesn't really have a whole lot of relevant cards, so let's not pay attention to him. Our opponent over here has relevant cards. If you notice, he only has 5 cards left in his library. He has 2 Oblivion Rings over here, which are holding a Phyrexian Tyranny, which is whenever a player draws a card, they pay 2 life. They lose 2 life unless they pay 2 mana. Since everybody's tapped out except for us, everybody's pretty much going to lose the life. And he has this dude right here, that whenever he dies, each opponent loses 5 life, and he gains life equal to the life lost this way. It is a legendary creature, and he has a copy of one right here. That's relevant. Has a 7/11, which isn't really relevant. Relevant card, he has Silent Arbiter. No more than 1 creature can attack each combat, and only 1 can block each combat. And then artifacts he controls has hexproof, so he can't just target it and destroy it. Since we can only attack with 1 and only can block with 1, we have a flyer that can attack. That's a 5/5, and he has 13 life, but he could just block it right here with his flyer. So that wouldn't work. So we have to be able to get in there for the attack. Now, if you notice, like I said, that one dude was a legend. We have in our hand where each player discards their hand, draws 7 cards. Well, if we play this, then Johnny Goldmane is going to lose because he doesn't have any cards left in his deck. But that's actually what we want to do, because that will get rid of both of the Oblivion Rings, bringing both the enchantments back, which will kill the legendary creature, and as well get them where whenever they draw cards they lose life. What's relevant is that it will kill both the legendary creatures and allow us to attack with the flyers, but it's also going to make us lose 10 life apiece, and he's going to go up to 20, going to 33. But we're going to go ahead and do that. So you see, we drew our cards. Johnny died. He went up to 23. Went to 33. Went down to 15 and 14. Now, we can get in for the attack, which will cause our opponents, or each player, to discard their hand and draw 7 cards. The attack will drop him to 28. Since he has the enchantment out, he will lose 14 life, which will drop him down to 14. It will also kill us, and it will drop Nisa to 1 life. Now, we have a Faceless Butcher over here that whenever he dies, it's going to return the exiled card. Now, he's controlling the opponent's Whirlpool Drake, which when he comes into play, the opponent, let's see, when he dies, shuffle the cards from your hand in the library and draw that many cards. When he enters the battlefield, excuse me, shuffle the cards from your hand into your library and draw that many cards. Since he has 7 right now, he would have to draw another 7, which would be another 14 damage. And since we're going to die, if we die from the damage, then, excuse me, if we die from the damage, then the Butcher will die and he'll get this creature back, which will essentially kill him. So you may or may not have followed that, but we will go ahead and go to combat and attack, because we can only attack with 1 guy, which he will take, going down to 28. And then the chain reaction will start. We'll discard and draw cards. So he's drawing the 7, so he'll lose the 14. You see it glowing over there. First, Nisa is going to lose her 14, which will drop her to 1. Now he's going to lose his 14, which will drop him to 14. Now we're going to lose our 14. Excuse me. We're just going to pay the 2 life, even though we could pay the 2 mana, but we want to die, so we're just going to pay the 2 life each time it asks us to do it. So now we're dead, and he gets his creature back. So he's going to have to draw another 7 cards. It forces him to do it, which will do the other 14 damage to him and kill him. And that will complete the challenge. It's over. We'll actually go back and show you the second version of the way you can do this. It's almost over here. So, we win. That's how you beat the last challenge. But like I said, stick around. I'll show you how to beat the second way, or how to beat this challenge the second way. It uses the same principles where you're drawing the cards and stuff. However, we kill our opponent a different way. No, he still dies the same. Yeah, we kill our opponent a different way. He actually dies from drawing cards as opposed to from being decked, because we don't actually use that spell. Go ahead and jump into it here so we can show you how to do that the second way. And who knows, there might be other ways to do it as well. But these are the 2 that I have found. 2 ways I figured out how to do it. Alright, so first we're going to play our land. And we have an Argentum armor over here, which whenever equipped creature attacks, we destroy a permanent. So what we're going to do is equip this onto our 1 guy that we attacked with before. And then we're going to move to combat and we're going to attack with him, which is going to trigger to let us destroy a permanent. Now we're going to destroy the permanent, the Oblivion Ring that's holding the Tyranny. And what that will do will be... that will already be in play. Now the part about this that doesn't make any sense is why the opponent does not block the 11/11 flyer. Because he could, he has a 5/5 flyer, but for whatever reason, it's illogical, he doesn't block this flyer. Actually I have to check the Oblivion Ring. So what that means is that it will trigger the effects for drawing all the cards and everybody losing the damage. And since we're tapped out, we can't actually pay the life. So everything pretty much just takes care of itself from this point. He takes the damage, goes down to 2. This triggers, our opponent draws cards and dies. As you can see, Johnny's blacked out there. Both of those come back into play. So he gains the 20 life, going back up to 22, because we each lost the 5. And the 14 will still kill us, and it'll still drop Nisa to 1. And it basically just plays out, and you win the same way. When you die, when you die, the Faceless Butcher leaves, which brings the Whirlpool Drake back, or whatever he's called, which kills the opponent the same way. Except for he doesn't actually take the... Well, he does take damage here. So it drops him to less than he would have. Like the other way we do it, it drops him to exactly 14. I'm pretty sure this way drops him to below 14, because he's at 22 and he would lose a total of 28. So he goes into -6 when he actually does it. But he's losing his life first, and then we're going to lose our life and die, of course. And Nisa has to stay alive, but she goes down to 1 life. They did it. They made it where it goes to exactly 1, just to be cool, I guess. But obviously, if she died, then we would lose or it'd be a draw. So it's relevant that she stays alive. So we die, and he gets the Drake back. And he was at 8. He's going to lose 14, but he'll just die right here. So, that's the end of this challenge. You can check the annotations at the end to find the playlist with all the challenges, as well as the playlist of the gameplays against each Planeswalker. And I hope you enjoyed the challenges playlist. You can go ahead and check out the gameplays against the Planeswalkers if you haven't already. And I will see you all over there. And if you've already seen them, I'll just see you back for the next video.